This video may contain a large or dangerous amount of opinion that you probably don't agree with in all terms. So if at any point you find yourself feeling angry or disagreed with, frustrated maybe, I suggest really that you should probably get the fuck over it and reevaluate your life. You're sitting bitching about a YouTube video. Calm the fuck down. So what is going on? This is Taste. I'm bringing you another commentary on my channel here on Modern Warfare 3. I've just got some care package gameplay here. If you're not interested in it, I'll put it in the description. But what I want to talk about mainly at the moment is opinions and categorization of people in opinions specifically. I'll use predominantly for the story an example of a categorization of opinion, which I know someone that I know has, and I don't know if she still watches my videos, but she used to watch them at the beginning. She may get a little bit annoyed that I've used this as an example, but fuck it, this is YouTube, you're not allowed feelings. So basically the categorizational judgment was the classic that guys judge girls entirely on looks. Right, so what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to point this out to be wrong to a degree, right? Because what we actually do, of course, is we look at someone and distinguish what we can find out by them just by looking at them, because obviously without conversation you don't know what's going on. So we'll take, for example, right, well, first of all I'll explain the basic situation, I suppose. You look at someone and you try and work out a little personality traits and shit like that, out of the sort of way they're trying to come across, the sort of stuff, right? And you can't concentrate too much on facial stuff now, because of course the peer pressure of society now forces girls to wear makeup. Girls can't go out without makeup, they'll look fucking horrible, won't they? And then everyone will judge them, and then they won't ever get anything in life, and they're just going to be generally a much worse person, and they should definitely wear makeup, because every minute spent by their friends in boots is a benefit to their whole life. So that's what happens there. So you have to base it on other stuff that's going on. So girls also tend to, because they feel this way, they put a lot of effort into how they look when they go out. So let's say we've got two different girls at the bar, and you're out at the bar, obviously there's two blokes at the bar, you're going to be one of them. You can pick which fucker you are later on when I explain the blokes that are there. So obviously there's a lot more people in the bar, but we're going to concentrate on two girls there and two blokes there, and two girls are actually out the bar, and we've got one on the left, and she's wearing, we'll go either a white top, a low cut top, or but one that's both, a short skirt, heels, or maybe there's like a dress with like the low cutness and the short skirt shit on it as well, and you got like probably dyed hair, a bit of jewellery and a fuck ton of makeup and shit. You know the ones, you see them all over the fucking shop now, you definitely know the ones. And then on the right is her mate, fuck knows what, her friends, because they just don't fit in together, and she's just chilling there, she's just looking to have a decent night out, because sometimes it gets boring staying in all the fucking time, and she's just in trainers, jeans and t-shirt and shit, just loving life. So they're the two people you've got there. It's pretty obvious what they're like as people just by how they're looking. So what they're trying to show really, and it just points it out. So you've got them two there, and then there's obviously going to be the two blokes in there. Now with blokes, obviously they don't put so much effort into how they look. Like, you know, you get the odd one that really putting the effort in, like, you know, he's had a shower just before he's gone out, you know, made it so his head doesn't look like it's just come out of chip fat. You know, he's changed his shirt into one that doesn't smell like last Tuesday, you know, putting the right effort in. And so he's gone out, he's proper on the pool looking for some, right? So he's gone out like that, and there's two different categories of it, right? There's the one that's in like the pink shirt with the popped collar and only half buttoned up with some shit necklace, probably some tribal tattoo somewhere for no fucking reason, gelled hair and maybe an earring so that his face dazzles with how much of a bell end he is, you know, because he is what we call in the business a prick. What you will find him doing is he'll be like in the middle of the dance floor making as big a deal of his presence as possible, like, yeah, look, I'm here, everyone fucking pay attention to me, I'm the attention seeker, I'm the person that needs the attention, and I'm the person that you, all of you in here, I'm the person you want attention from, trust me on this one. So he's all on doing that stuff, and then there's his mate who's probably nowhere near him, to be honest, because we're just assuming they're mates so that we can do the fucking comparison when they go over to the girls later. They're not mates at all, fuck it, because they can't even be, because with guys you've got to look at what they're actually doing. So he's just off with his own little circle of friends doing his own thing. He's just wearing normal fucking shit, you know, whatever was lying about at the time, like, and he might be like in the corner with his mates, sat down, talking about his latest greatest drunken plan for fucking zombie apocalypse, or if the world blows up, or if we put a massive lead colander over the country to stop all the foul shit getting in. I don't know, some crazy bollocks idea that we all come up with when we're utterly pissed. One of them ones, right? And then there's obviously the prick in the dance floor, but the other guy might be on the dance floor, but he'll be sticking like nearer to the edges, just having a laugh, like taking the piss out of his mates, like, because you can't fucking dance. And that's basically what's going on. And then eventually they have to go to the bar, right? Because you can't go out for a night out and just not go to the bar. That's a stupid idea. So they walk over to the bar. Obviously there's the two girls there, right? So we'll take Exhibit A, Le Prick. We'll have him first, right? Obviously I had to say it like that because you have to say it like a prick to emphasise the fact he is a prick. But it's a different kind of prick. I was emphasising that. I would point that out. We'll get to a judgment like that. I don't have time for that one at the moment. That is the kind of... No, I'm not even going to go into it. It's a different value of prick. So we've got the normal prick that we described earlier with the pink shirt and the popped collar and the face dazzling bell-endness. We got him. And he's walking up and he's sort of thinking which one he's going to want. And he's not going to want the nice respectable one at the side that wants a conversation. No, no, no. He's going to walk right up to the one on the left because she's a slag and he's looking for sex, and that's all he's out for because he's on the pull wanting attention and a little bit horny because he's pissed. That's what's going on there. So all as that happens, the slut's fucking flimsy clothing is not holding in enough self-decency for her to say, nah, 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 I'm with my mate over here. No, she's gonna fucking leave her mate there who's just drinking a normal drink instead of fucking drinking out of a straw for no fucking reason other than the fact it's far more suggestive than necessary in such a enclosed drunken environment. So that's all going on, and maybe the mate of the bloke, the fucking casual bloke, he's gonna go and start talking to the sensible, respectable girl as well, and maybe they'll be able to start a conversation going and decide after that they might want to meet again, so they can see if they can have a normal conversation then, and see if they still like having that conversation, and then maybe that could develop into a friendship or fruitful relationship, which will later profit them into greater life as they become better human beings and connect slowly together into a form where a fully relationship maybe happen, maybe an engagement or a marriage or a sensible followed proposal of people being together, rather than what's happened with the other one, which is a last night stand, probably ending up in a single parent pregnancy that's going to end up with some little poor person dragging out the dregs of society because they've spawned some tiny little fucking spray tanned orange child that's just going to be hated for the rest of their life, dragged into monstrous peer pressure of makeup and sluttiness that their mother has provoked into them by example, instead of the nice, decent, fruitful life that could have been happened before if only the two decent people had met together instead of the slut and the prick. Because that's just how the world works, because what happens is all the decent people hide away, and there's not very many of them, and all guys are pricks and all girls are sluts, you see. That's what happens. And what it generally boils down to is like all guys are pricks because well, we just are, we really are, and we judge girls on how they look, therefore they have to dress themselves up all nice and slutty so that we actually want them. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an example of categorised opinion, and as a result it is wrong, and I'm quite open to the fact that it is wrong, and I'm quite open to the fact that my opinion is also an opinion, and my opinion does not categorise people but is still likely wrong, because it's a fucking opinion. You can get your fuck over it. It's not, as I may have suggested early on, a target to the person in which example was used, because I'm just kind of put a point across about the general way people think, because I do find it hilarious how people would much rather listen to their own opinion than open their eyes to a different horizon as someone else's preference, or even the fact you may just fucking think differently. Get the fuck over it. But yeah, I just spent 10 minutes talking bollocks. Cheers for listening. See you about.